Attention, this is the Crunches on the telly!
And Chris as always.
What?
And Chris is a...
Chris!
He's not here.
Chris!
He hasn't turned up. Does anyone know what Chris is? No? Right, we'll have to dig. We'll have
Usually
to...
called a sweaty bum mark.
Yeah, no, but he's not here. Okay, we'll have to get... Oh, there's
Whoa!
Tracy. There's Tracy. Get Tracy. Give her 50p. Tell her to be quiet and sit there.
Oi, Tracy!
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 Right, sit down there, right? Not a word, okay?
Not a word! Not a word, Eric!
Hey, guess what? Being fans, it's time for my make-a-do with fan pieces of rubbish that you find at the end of your bin! It's time to rummage for that rubbish!
Yeah!
Yes, indeed. We're going to make some fantastic things today. Absolutely fantastic. Okay?
Get on with it,
Wait a
Zig!
minute. For goodness sake, could you not put some makeup on? I don't believe it!
Zig!
You look like a bloody ghost!
Zig! Just because Chris Evans isn't here doesn't mean you can bandy words like that around. I thought you liked
It's not lipstick!
Did you say something? You're in big trouble.
Yeah, you're in. You just better, yeah!
Zig, get on with it, get on with it!
It's time for this, rubbish fans. Now, what we're going to make today is, you know all those bits of plastic that are left lying around, right? Just those flat bits of plastic. They've got to be very careful with plastic, right? But I've got this brilliant idea, right, to scare off any birds in the area, okay? Now, you can't exactly make this thing, I wouldn't bother if you live in a bungalow or a very, very small house indeed.
Really?
But if you've got one with an upstairs or you live in a flat, then this is ideal for you to use up all those bits of plastic,
That
right?
sounds interesting.
Now, what you need is you need a flat piece of plastic. Okay? You tie a piece
Lovely.
of string to each of the four corners.
Yeah, Zig, just... Yeah,
And then you get your favourite Bobbit doll. Close up on 12, Sean.
Zig!
Close up on
Zig!
12. And you
Just 'cause
tie
Chris Evans
the
isn't
strings-
here.
You tie the strings to each one of his arms, okay? Then what you do is you go up all
Don't
the way up
believe he
to
said
the
that.
top of your stairs, and you chuck carefully the whole thing out the top window and go, boo! Scared you, Birdie? Scared you.
We like that!
Thought you would, miss it!
Hey! What's this, Zig?
Okay, what about this now? This is a fabulous thing. This is, you know those mince cartons?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you know all that stuff like that, the butchers, you know all that meat that the butchers don't
Oh,
know
off
what
the
to do with?
floor.
Yeah, and behind their freezers and
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that. They just scrape it up off the floor and put it in a mincer, and you go home and you say, that tastes nice. So what you do is, you cut a little groove out like that.
Oh,
close up on
groove?
12, Sean, close up on 12. Not too close to Tracy, might scare people. And you cut
Zig!
it, what?
You can't...
What?
I'm sorry, Tracy. I'm sorry about that.
It's my bit of the show. Now I'm going to do it the way I want to.
Go, do it, Zig, do it. What are you going to make out of
And
it?
what you do is, and this is very interesting because you can make a pair of fabulous galoshes. You see. Now, if you've carefully manicured toes like Tracy hasn't got. Tracy, can you take those off, please?
No.
Get your shoes
Tracy!
on.
Your
Get your
job's
shoes
on the line, girl.
Come
Your
on.
job's on the
You're going to be
line.
at Sebastian Scott's office first thing tomorrow
First
morning.
thing
You
in the
are in
morning.
big trouble.
Big trouble.
Yes, we
Come
are.
on,
We've got some clout around here, I can tell you.
Lots of clout. We're the big guys.
Yeah,
we're
we're
in the
the
big
big guys
league,
now.
lady.
Yeah, okay, let's
Yeah,
see those
exactly.
foot. Let's see that foot. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's lovely and clean.
Yeah.
What a surprise. Now, come on. Look at that. Ooh.
Ugh.
So
Now.
what you do then is you get the plastic tray and you put it over your foot just like this, you see?
Oh, that's
Protects your lovely
lovely.
tootsies from the rain. There you go.
Like that!
Oh, I thought you would miss it.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
And,
So, tune in next time, being fans, when we rummage in your rubbish.
and coming up later is the lovely newscaster, Carol Barnes. And the question about the clip is, can you tell which twin is which? But remember, don't fuss, just for fun.
Do you like that?
We like it!
I thought you would miss it. Thanks, Trace.
But we ain't other people, so we'll do things our way.
Yes, indeed. Carol, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in here. Now, what can I just... Zig,
Yeah.
look, if Chris isn't going to make it on time... Carol Barnes, news reader. Okay, look, if Chris isn't going to make it on
Yeah.
time into the bathroom, he might as well not bother. Not bother. And
Okay.
I'll say that again, not bother.
Fine.
Now, Zygmunt, if you wouldn't mind closing the door to not let them in.
Okay.
Because, Carol, sorry about this. It's all to do with professionalism, Carol. Something you're well aware of, my dear.
Carol, do you want to
Yeah.
start tea, coffee, Swiss roll?
No, I'm all right, thanks. I'll have breakfast.
Great, because we don't have any
Got
of
any.
either, any of those bits.
Well.
Now, Carol, you'll enjoy this. This is your famous 4-line intro. Having swatted up on English, French, and Spanish at university, Carol Barnes had a brief spell as a secondary school teacher before becoming a magazine journalist.
Magazine?
Her immense talents
Immense! It's
soon
huge!
earned
It's so
her a
huge.
reporter's job at ITN. And after a highly successful stint as a roving reporter, she now presents the news at ITN. Carol, my dear!
Hey!
Carol, we have a few little questions to ask you, if you don't mind.
A little petty question, eh?
Pete Felou.
That's French for those small questions.
Question number 1. Ziggity bow. No, wait, sorry. Hold the sound effects for the quiz. This is just our 3 questions.
I get a quiz?
Oh, you
Sorry
get a
about
quiz?
that.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
get a
saying-
quiz and it's free.
Yes, later on.
Okay.
It's all about professionalism, Carol, and we'll have a few words with those people
Okay.
later on.
Carol.
They may not work in this town again, but that's
Carol.
the break.
Yes.
Question number 1 is, does Trevor MacDonald have a farm?
Does he have a farm? Not to my knowledge, no. I think he lives in London.
Okay.
Question number 2. Do you think that no news is good news?
No. I mean, if we didn't have any news, I'd be out of a job.
But
Yeah,
Carol,
but
I'm sure you can turn your hand to anything.
That's sweet of you to
Yes,
say so.
probably something like,
Zig,
Like what?
Zig, question number 5.
macrame or batik.
Yes, I think I could.
Yeah.
I think I could.
Yeah.
Zig, question number 3, please.
Question number
Carol.
3. Oh, here it is. Carol, what was the most difficult word you've ever had to say while reading the news?
Well, it's all those foreign tennis players, isn't it? I mean, there was a time when nobody could say Navratilova. It sounds ridiculous now, but there were lots of them, Ivanuseviches and all those sort of things, and they took ages to grab hold of, and immediately you've forgotten it, really.
I like the ones like Boutros, Yazy,
well, yes,
Yazy.
yeah,
Those
no,
ones, they're my
completely
fave.
Excellent.
That's what I watch.
Now, Carol, because you are a top newsreader at ITN, we're going to do a news quiz trivia.
Right.
Cue the music. As I was saying about professionalism, is a few heads will roll after this. Yes.
Sebastian Scott's office tomorrow morning.
Yes, mental.
You're in big
Oh,
trouble,
they're big
pal.
trouble, big
You're
trouble,
getting
big
your
trouble.
card. You're walking out of the
You're
building.
walking,
We're not
mate.
even going to open the
Zig,
door.
Zig. Now, Carol, question number 1.
I'm ready.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
Question
that was
number
nice.
1. Who were the first 2 newscasters to read the news at 10?
Oh, well, would it be Andrew Gardner and Reggie Bosanquet?
Half right.
Little embarrassing.
It was
that one.
Andrew Gardner and Alistair Burnett. So we'll give you that question anyway.
Alistair will never forgive me.
Oh,
Carol.
there'll be trouble.
Question number 2.
Take it out.
What female newsreader displayed her legs on the Morecambe and Wise show in 1976?
I think it has to be La Rippon.
Yes, it is!
Question number 3. What female blonde newsreader took over from Anna Ford in 1981?
Was it me? No. Who did? Oh, Selena Scott.
Very, very good indeed.
Now,
Zygmunt?
this one may be... Oh, can I
Tricky,
really ask
tricky.
this one?
Yeah, yes, it's a scandalous one, but...
Scandalous,
nothing
a bit
rude,
rude.
Oh, it might be.
Carol, who had a dramatic escape when an overhead light bulb exploded while she was reading the news?
Oh, God, I remember that. Ew, I've got a horrible feeling it was Andrew Rippon again. No. But I do remember it.
You do read the news.
John Levy.
John David!
Yes, we do. Hey!
Oh, and the final question for this oh, there's no prizes. A few more heads will roll. I mean, there's no prizes, I'm sorry. There's, the question number 5. Which well-known newsreader recently demanded more good news on the news?
That was my very good friend, the good news man, Martin Lewis.
Ah, Martin, yeah!
Hey!
Thank you very much, Carol, for
Thank you,
popping
Carol.
in.
pleasure.
Brilliant.
It's been marvellous, Carol. It's been marvellous.
It's been great to meet you, Chad. Really.
Thank you.
And I was wondering if we could come along perhaps someday and do the news with you.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think you brightened
because
it up.
I could be very good because I could say,
And now the news
like that,
with Carol Barnes.
like that, you see, and then I could do some of the funny bits at the end.
You could do the and finally.
Yeah, and
Finally.
And finally. A skateboarding, what was it, Saxon or something?
yeah, something like that. Or it probably wouldn't be a dash out because that would have been done before, so it might be an Alsatian this time.
Yeah,
Why
Zig,
not?
that's fascinating, Zig. I'm sure Carl would love to hear all about that. But this is Channel 4 and you're watching The Big Breakfast.